Musk announced that he will be departing the White House, and he was unceremoniously offboarded from the White House and his special government employee status. Now, what does this exactly mean? We don't know yet, but what we do know is that over the last 150 days, he has wreaked absolute chaos on the federal government, and it will take years to clean up the mess, and we will hold him accountable. So let's talk about what he did during his tenure in this role. He came in on a fury of lawlessness and chaos, fired thousands of Americans whose lives are still in chaos, many of which have not been restored. He helped to dismantle federal agencies illegally. He is part of why there are now over 200 lawsuits against the Trump administration for lawless activities and dozens of injunctions requiring that jobs be reinstated.
Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Van TV Media, guys. If you're new, please just consider subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that in case we do upload any story, you'll be the first one to view. My people, we are in the United States of America, whereby Elon Musk quits job that was given by Donald Trump, resigned the job that he was given by Donald Trump. So he said something that made him to quit: disagreement in tax bill, and he was trying to go back to his business to grow his business, because it seems that his business was gone down after him going to politics. So those are things that he made. And some of people have reacted on this. People from America have reacted on this. Just check on what they have said about Elon Musk quitting the government job.
Hey everyone, well, it is Thursday and I'm here in Albuquerque, and I want to take a moment to debrief on some big news, which is that last night Elon Musk announced that he will be departing the White House, and he was unceremoniously offboarded from the White House and his special government employee status. Now, what does this exactly mean? We don't know yet, but what we do know is that over the last 150 days, he has wreaked absolute chaos on the federal government, and it will take years to clean up the mess, and we will hold him accountable. So let's talk about what he did during his tenure in this role. He came in on a fury of lawlessness and chaos, fired thousands of Americans whose lives are still in chaos, many of which have not been restored. He helped to dismantle federal agencies illegally. He is part of why there are now over 200 lawsuits against the Trump administration for lawless activities and dozens of injunctions requiring that jobs be reinstated and funds are returned to the communities and organizations for whom they were allocated. And he got his hands on the most valuable data of the American people available. And he leaves the federal government, if he is actually indeed leaving, which we don't really know, with billions of dollars in new contracts. In fact, we know that he's used his time to help open doors for his Starlink company to take over federal communication systems. We know that he has been priming the pump for billions of dollars in SpaceX funding to flow to his private business, and we know that some of these Doge staff have been downloading sensitive federal data and feeding it into his private AI system. So in addition to that, we know that he fired many of the regulators and inspectors and worked with the Trump administration who he felt were in his way. So how do we evaluate what he's done? I would give it, of course, an absolute fail. But I think, all joking aside, we have to be clear on the consequences and what this means for the American people, and to understand that this isn't over yet, because Doge is still there. In fact, we know that there are still dozens of Doge employees implanted in federal agencies and federal adjacent institutions across the federal government. They've gotten more aggressive over the last several weeks, trying to enter congressional offices, and now starting in the next few weeks, we think they may try to attack more civil society organizations. In fact, we just learned yesterday that the Doge subcommittee will be calling a hearing to attack nonprofit organizations and philanthropy, and we know that there will be a continued effort using the tools of the budget and OMB in particular to try to eviscerate these programs. In fact, we got news yesterday that the White House will be transmitting their rescissions package to make Doge cuts permanent through the budget next week, and that is on top of the disastrous reconciliation bill and on top of an FY26 bill that cuts these federal programs even far more deeply. So the fight to protect our communities will continue. We will continue to be vigilant. We will continue to fight back. We will continue to organize. We will continue to use the courts. We will continue to use Congress, and we will continue to raise the voices of our communities to tell those stories and to fight back. And that is where we are at, and we will hold them accountable.
He's out. Well, what does that mean? Is Elon Musk mad at President Trump? Is he leaving because he's unhappy about the spending? Is he unhappy about the one big beautiful bill? Or is that all BS from the left? Of course he's not mad at all that stuff. He was always expected to leave as the leader of Doge after, I think, 130 days. He leaves a big flowery message on X about how wonderful the opportunity has been, how much he appreciates President Trump. Did he come out and say that he wants to see lower spending sooner? Of course, so do I. Anybody who's conservative and wants to save the republic would like to see the government spend less money. But he is not out because he's mad. There is no rift. There is no White House drama. You guys who are trying to perpetrate that drama or say that it's happening, speed bump, you guys are wrong. You're not only wrong, but you're dead wrong. And I have to think that you're smart enough to know that, or you're not smart enough to not know that. Again, Elon Musk is out. It was always planned. Doge is going to continue. I like to see spending be cut as well. And listen, stop buying the okie doke. What did she say? The okie doke. Come on.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Looks like someone isn't a fan of that big, beautiful bill, the BBB, that the Trump administration and the Republicans are just so excited about. You know, and I guarantee that MAGA hasn't read one page of that 1,100-page document, because if they did, they would be in an uproar right now. But anyway, it looks like the fearless tech giant Elon Musk, who's been, you know, scooping together so many savings from waste and fraud of our government, looks like he's finally spoken out on X. And let's see what he has to say about it. He says, and I quote, "I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit." Did you hear that, MAGA? Did you hear that, MAGA? And undermines the work that the Doge team is doing. "I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both." Unquote. You know what, Elon? There's just one thing I have to say about this. Your Tesla stock might be in the crapper, and you might miss all of the adoration that you had from all the Democrats in America. You know, back in the day whenever everyone thought you were cool and a decent dude because you dabbled in science and technology. And I know you missed that, and I know this is all about your stocks, right? And I know that you're trying to get back into people's good graces. So, I mean, that would be the only reason that, you know, you would say something like this, right? Because this makes you look stupid. And so does the fact that you came out and said, I'm not going to spend a ridiculous amount of money on, you know, a campaign or elections or whatever again.
Are you going to continue to spend at that kind of level on future elections?
I think In terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
And why is that?
I think I've done enough.
That makes you look stupid too. People don't forget. People don't forget your shenanigans.
You, man. Hey, Greg, why don't you go piss your pants again? That was like 8 years ago, asshole. People don't forget.
And how you called Social Security a Ponzi scheme, and how you just went into all the agencies and took your little creepy, minions with you and just got into all of the computer systems and took all the information and conveniently deleted everything about you in those systems. And, put a drone over whistleblowers' houses to take pictures of them walking dogs who were calling you out. And gosh, you're just a swell guy, aren't you? But like I said, people don't forget.
Budget bill. Well, ain't this some bull? So Elon Musk, according to this news article, has officially left the White House after gaining got all the visuals of looking into the federal government payment system and different types of systems. After all these people have lost their job and everything, Elon and his children Doge. According to this article, Doge, the Department of supposed to be efficiency, may be coming to an end. Elon does not like the Repub's spending budget bill. The reason why I say spending is because Elon said it goes up against everything he was trying to do. Now, you created the Department of Efficiency and they are spending. So could it be the cutting the jobs and keeping the money of which you would have paid out for people's salaries? Now the Repubs is looking to do what with it? And you guys thought Democrats was doing wasteful spending. Elon, the head person of Tesla, do not like Republican bill. So what do you Republicans and Democrats and independents think about this? Well, ain't this some bull? So Elon Musk, according to this news article, has officially left the White House after gaining got all the visuals of looking into the federal government payment system.
Do not be fooled. Don't be fooled for 1 second. Elon Musk let it slip out they would allow this to happen. He let it slip out that he's disappointed in Trump's big, beautiful bill, the stupid bill that's gone through the House and is now in the Senate. And so Musk is saying he's very disappointed. He doesn't agree with the bill. So, they're at odds. Yeah, my ass. This is all a ploy. It's all a ploy because Elon Musk has been destroyed already. His Tesla is ready to go under. And he is desperate. He is trying to figure out how he can get back into the good graces of everyone out there, you, me, and everyone else. How can he get people to buy more Teslas and, not remember what a jerk he was with Doge and all the firings and slashing of budgets and all that crap, right? So they sat around to come up with an idea. Oh, just like a reality show, like The Real Housewives, let's pretend to be in a fight. You pretend to disagree and be disappointed in my new bill, and then everybody will see, oh, Elon doesn't like Trump anymore. Oh, okay, well, maybe we will buy a Tesla now. Maybe he is a good guy. Maybe he learned his lesson. Yeah, right. This is all a ploy. The whole thing, but the both of them, they're scam artists. They're snake oil salesmen. Don't believe it for 1 second. He is not at odds with Trump. He was just in the White House a few days ago. He's there anytime he wants to be there. He's a phone call away. He is not fighting with Trump. He is publicly being disappointed in Trump to see if he can win people back, which is such a kindergarten way of thinking. But anyway, it's like The Real Housewives of Washington, D.C., starring Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And I ain't buying it.